Okay, y'all, so jumping right in, I'm going to use two Maybelline primers to prime my face. The Maybelline Master Prime Face Studio Smooth and Blur Primer, and then I'm going to use the Maybelline Baby Skin in my T-zone. Now, using a flat concealer brush, I'm just going to apply the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation all over my face, and then I'm going to pat that in using a Real Technique sponge. Keep in mind, I did dampen my sponge before I started doing my makeup, and I'm just going to blend that all over my face and down my neck. I know this foundation appears a little bit orange, but it's okay. I'm going to balance that out when I highlight and contour. Now I'm going to highlight and contour using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade 1, and I'm going to apply that with a flat concealer brush, the same one I used earlier, to the center of my face. And then on the outer parameters, using the doe foot applicator that comes with the concealer, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C18. So I'm going to start by blending out my contour using that same sponge I was using before, and just get that nice and blended into the skin. And using just a flat eyeshadow brush, I'm going to blend that contour into nose. And this is the Morphe M173 brush. I'm going to use that to blend that center highlight. Now for the rest of my highlight, I'm going to use a e.l.f. foundation blurring brush. I like this brush for doing this because it's large and it covers a lot of surface area at one time and gets everything nice and melted into the skin without being too time consuming. It also gives me more full coverage at the end than if I was to use a sponge. Now I'm just going to melt the edges of that highlight and concealer together using the same sponge I blended my foundation with. I said highlight and concealer. I meant the highlight and contour. Now I'm going to bake using the Makeup Revolution Banana Deep Setting Powder. And I'm only going to bake underneath my under eye and down the bridge of my nose. I do apply this to all the areas that I applied my highlight shade Fawn. However, I am not going to bake my forehead or my chin. I'm just going to blend that all the way out completely using my sponge. Now I'm just going to touch up the front of my brows with the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and this is in the shade Ebony. And this is just to add back anything that I might have erased when applying my face products. This is the Morphe 3502 palette, and I am just going to take the shade Spice from this palette and a BH Cosmetics blending brush and blend Spice into my crease. Now using a larger blending brush, the Morphe M504 brush, I'm going to take the shade Brave and I'm going to blend that from my lid also up into my crease area. This part of the video I slowed down for you guys because I want you to see the time that I'm taking to get all of this blended out together. You really want to take your time when you're doing a smoky eye or anything where black shadow is involved, because you don't want to look like you got punched in the face. Now using a tapered Morphe blending brush, this is the M573 brush, I'm going to take that black shade called Whiz and just tap that onto my eyelid to start. Once I get the intensity of the eyelid where I want it, now I'm going to start blending Whiz into my crease, but I am being very mindful to keep my brush low, meaning I don't want to take this color up too high because that's where it can get kind of messy. And what I like about this blending brush is it's tapered, so the pointed end can really nestle into that inner corner and the rest of my crease without taking the product or the shade too high. It kind of gives you a little bit more control than if you used a larger blending brush. Now with that M504 again, I'm not adding any more product to this brush. I'm simply blending, and I am just going to again keep the brush very low because this is a large blending brush, so it's going to get just high enough as long as you keep it low in the crease area, and it's just going to blend that black Whiz shade in with that rusty red Brave shade. Now I'm just going to add more black where I feel like some of the intensity may have gotten erased from the blending, and I'm just going to use a tapping and a combination of blending motions. Again, just nestling that tip into the inner corner and my crease area, not taking that black up too high. And once again with the M504 brush, just blending that black in with my transition shades. Again, you don't need to take this up high because the size of the brush is going to do that for you. This is a smaller blending brush that I'm using just to blend the edges up near my brow bone, and this is the M514 brush. And this brush has no product on it whatsoever. It's simply there to blend what's already been laid down. Now taking a Sonia Kouchik pencil brush, I'm just going to add my highlighter to the inner corner, and I'll tell you what that is later on in the video. In my waterline, I'm just going to take the L'Oreal Extra Intense eyeliner pencil. This performs a lot like an eye kohl to me. It goes on very smooth and creamy, and it gives you a very black effect. Now I'm going to take the shade Heat from the palette, and this is on the Makeup Shack T63 brush, and I'm going to blend Heat onto my lower lash line. And again, going back in with the Morphe brush that I used to apply Whiz, I'm just going to round out that outer corner, making sure that my lower lash line is nicely blended with the upper. Now I'm going to apply some mascara. This is the Maybelline Big Shot mascara. And using the NYX glitter adhesive, I'm going to apply my glitter to my lid before I apply my lashes. Because I'm trying to keep up with the speed of this video, anything that I don't mention in the voiceover, I will make sure to list in the description box down below. These lashes are from Everything Keekst, and they are lashing out is the style that I'm wearing. And now I'm going to zoom out and finish the the rest of my face. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Bronzer, and I'm just going to use that to warm my face up some before I dust away that setting powder. Now, taking an angled contour brush, I'm going to take the shade Abby from the Juvia's Place Saharan Blush Palette Volume 1, and I'm going to use that to define my cheekbones just a little bit more. And now I'm just going to dust away that setting powder using the Morphe M554 brush. Now, because I want my cheeks again to be very chiseled, I'm going to take that same 554 brush by Morphe and just a little bit of my setting powder and cut underneath that contour shade. And I am applying just a little bit of mascara right here to my lower lashes. And I'm going to set with the Morphe setting spray. While my face is still damp, I'm going to apply my highlight with the M501 brush by Morphe, and this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Amrezy collaboration, and this is also what I use to highlight my inner corner. So for some reason this video ended so suddenly, but I will post this lip recipe in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this quick tutorial. If you enjoyed what you saw, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.